Hello, Rodriguez Metal. Are you there?
Bro, my Zoom is fucking crashing out right now and it's pissing me the fuck off. Hey, Stinky.
A flawed app. A flawed app. You know what's also flawed? Um, my dinner is about to be flawed because I'm about to eat that bitch at like 10:30. So when my stomach hurts tomorrow because I'm an old man, I'll remember the time I fell asleep with my daughter and had to wake up or record an episode and eat dinner at 10:30 p.m. when no adult human should eat who practices any healthy habits. Welcome to Long Lost Pals, episode 47, our John Lynch episode. Great safety, phenomenal GM for the greatest team to not win one in a long time. I'm Joey.
I'm Karrin with my partial Canadian tuxedo today.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier. This is a Canadian business casual, so she's not fully committing. This is somebody who works a decent job but doesn't work in an accounting firm or on Wall Street or any type of finance. But this is the segment show, and we can get it on and popping whenever you would like. We're going to start with our first segment, which is the best and worst of 2018. Now, the best and the worst is when we go over different categories from a given year. So we do the best movie, best song, best sports news, and best miscellaneous news from that year. We alternate who does the best and who does the worst, who's positive and who's negative. This week, I am Mr. Positivity, and Corinne is Negative Nancy. So I will get started with my best movie of 2018.
When you do worst, are you negative Nancy?
I am.
Okay. I was just wondering if you like switched it to be like negative Ned because I know how
I'm
homophobes
comfortable in my
are.
skin, Corinne. I'm
No,
comfortable.
pretty sure you're not. Pretty
I'm
sure
very
your
comfortable.
masculinity is super fragile. But go ahead,
Hey,
Nancy.
my toenails wouldn't be painted right now if they were, baby. Shout out to my daughter. Let them paint it every weekend. But for for where I live in my profession, I can't let her do the fingernails. That polish is hard as shit to get off for some reason. Um, Great year for movies, in my non-cinematic genius opinion. I'm no Corinne.
Agreed. And I
Uh,
know what movie should be the best movie,
this is not going to
but
be the one I pick for
I
sure.
know that you're not going to pick it.
For
But
sure.
I'm going to supersede whatever you say and give mine, and I'm going to do the best and the worst. But go ahead.
Okay. You're just cheating the system. It's okay. Yeah, just work the system however you want. That's what America is these days anyway. So let me just go through a list of movies that I thought were great that came out that year.
Period.
That are good at least. I got A Star Is Born. Crazy Rich Asians got a lot of recognition. I watched it on the plane. I thought that was a good movie as well. Bird Box, just because that was like a classic like Netflix movie.
That was a moment. That had a moment. That was a good moment. Yeah, you're right.
Exactly.
Good
Black
call.
Panther, one that I feel like most people would pick, but is not it was good, but not necessarily for me. And I feel like 99% of Americans would pick this one, Infinity War. This
Mhm.
is kind of a random poll. Tag was a very entertaining movie that I enjoyed quite a bit. If you haven't seen it, great comedy. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, great movie. For me, it came down to two. And maybe it was the environment in which I saw this movie that's going to make me pick it. But for my runner-up, I'm going Quiet Place. Really great movie. We've talked about that
Okay.
before. I really
Good,
enjoyed it.
good one.
For we talked about this style of movie in LLPNN for this week. If you didn't watch it, check it out. Fuck Ice. This is probably my favorite biopic I've ever seen. I'm going with Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm not a
Ooh,
huge
good.
Queen fan. Started listening to more Queen after I saw that movie. Well, I saw it when I went to go visit my parents in this like very like uh, how do you explain it? It's not like a chain movie theater. They have this specific room where you sit on just like random couches and stuff, and it's just like a really cool experience watching a movie there. But I just enjoyed that movie so much. I don't know how accurate it is, but I just feel like it's really hard to nail a biopic or biopic, however you say it. And I just feel like they did a perfect job, and it encouraged me and like made me want to listen to more Queen. I really enjoyed it. Old buddy who played Freddie Mercury, I thought did a fantastic job. That
Ronnie.
scene at I think it's Live Aid that where they perform
Mhm.
at the end, fantastic. I really enjoyed that movie. Afterwards, like soon after they tried to do the Elton John movie, and I was coming off the high of that movie. I watched about 5 minutes of that Elton John movie. I was like, this shit sucks. I'm not watching this again. But yeah, that's my pick for number one.
Great recommendations, man. Good mentions. You did good. You missed one. You missed the actual best movie to come out of 2018, which was Hereditary by Ari Aster, directorial debut, peak fucking horror, best movie to come out of the year. But no, it's funny that you picked Bohemian Rhapsody because since I saw that, I have been wanting Queen's greatest hits on vinyl, and I just haven't pulled the trigger on buying them. So really, really good mention. I really liked it. Loved A Star Is Born. I loved a lot of those movies that you just named. So
Also,
you
two honorable mentions that I did not see. I'm sorry, but I know are probably highly regarded that are supposed to be good. I just haven't seen them. The Black Klansman, I believe, came out this year, and then I
Mhm.
think the Green Book was supposed to be really good too, and I never watched that one.
You skipped the white savior movies. Good for you. All right. Worst movie to come out of 2018. Last week, you brought up the Tom Cruise reboot of The Mummy. This week, I'm going with the Tomb Raider reboot.
Ugh.
I'm look,
New
guys,
ideas. Where are we?
guys. Do y'all realize that Angelina Jolie did the original Tomb Raider? Do y'all realize that that was who did the original? Why are we fucking with originals that are never going like, and then they pull some random girl that nobody's, she's cute, and I did watch the movie, of course. I'm just being an asshole, and I did watch it, and I was like, wow, this movie really does suck. What are we doing, guys? Why are we trying to reboot and redo these movies that they were fucking perfectly done? Nobody's ever going to be Laura Croft except Angelina Jolie. That's all I have to say about that.
All
That's
I
all.
know is you froze for me at a certain point. I
Fuck.
hopefully you didn't freeze for the whole audience, but I feel like we still got the main gist.
Yeah.
It was for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But
You know what I'm talking about. Angelina Jolie, one of my gay awakenings. God damn it. Leave her whole entire filmography alone. There's nothing in her fucking filmography that could be improved upon or redone, but leave it the fuck alone.
let's
Don't
just act like
fucking.
she never married Billy Bob. And by the way, I love Billy Bob as an actor. God
Yeah,
damn. If
he
you
seems like a cool guy.
Yeah, I hope he is in real life. You never know. He's been through 6 marriages, so marriage isn't for everybody. I had to Wikipedia him the other day because I was starting to watch one of his shows that's older, but I wanted to see a little bit of history on. I was like, he's got a southern accent. Is he actually from a southern place? And I went down a rabbit hole. What was your worst song of 2018?
Worst song. There was two. I landed on Freaky Friday with Chris Brown and Lil
Mm,
Dicky. Yeah, and the reason I mean it came and went without much recognition or acknowledgement for a reason, just because it just like objectively isn't a good song. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually like Lil Dicky. I love the show Dave.
same.
He's a really funny guy. He actually has fucking bars, and his bars in the song were actually decent. But I was just like, I can't support this song. So that's what the other one was. Fifi by Takashi 69 and Nicki Minaj. But I was like, this actually has a decent beat, even though the bars on it suck, and it has Nicki Minaj, who we fucking hate now, and we've always hated 6ix9ine. But I was like, this one actually has a decent beat. Freaky Friday, no redeeming qualities. So that's the one that I landed on for this year. What's the best song of 2018?
I hate to admit that I enjoyed that song a little bit. And then someone pointed up the weird nature of him like saying the N word as Chris Brown, and it's like kind of
Mm-hmm.
funny, but I don't know.
Yeah,
But
that's one of those jokes that was like, didn't age well.
yeah, and like here's the thing, Lil Dicky. I was never a fan of his music at first because he felt like just like a cooler version of Weird Al. I was like, I don't
Yeah,
really like this
I can see
gimmicky
that.
music, but the show Dave rules, and that made me a fan. So I really enjoyed Dave as a show, and I like some of his music from the show Dave. Like when
Yes.
that album came out, I actually listened to a few of those songs. Also, like a verse that he has on a Bieber song from what album is that? It's the Bieber album I really like from like 2017, 2018. He's got a verse on there I really like. I like his freestyles on Sway in the Morning and shit like that
He's
too.
got bars, and he's really funny. I love the show Dave. It's really funny. So I fuck with it.
Also, when we were living in LA, like randomly we were parked about to leave some area. We were like leaving a dinner or some shit, and we just randomly saw him walking, well, like he was on a date or with a friend. And I was just like, if I was an annoying person right now, I'd be like, "Hey, pal, little
Yeah.
Nicky."
He would low key love that. I feel like he'd be like, "Oh shit,
I
me."
know he seems like he's a very socially awkward person. He seems like he'd be the last person to enjoy that. Seems like he has like a lot of anxiety and shit too. I am going with "Boot Up" LMA, best song of
Ooh, okay.
2018. No notes. It's just a great song. I like her talking in a British accent at the end of it, just to add a little pizzazz at the end. Uh, Dating Jason Tatum. Apparently, they have a baby together, very low key, and that supposedly the kid can sing a little bit. I mean, it's a small child, but supposedly sing and play basketball. So it's just a perfect song. I mean, we're not going to analyze the
Yeah.
lyrics and say, I mean, if you don't like that song, who are you and why do you not like it? Because you're a bad person if you don't like it, unless you went through a breakup during that time and you were indeed not booed up. That's the only reason that you would not like that song. Uh,
That's actually funny because I feel like that's kind of similar to Bird Box, where it just had this, like, it's just frozen in time, where it's like
so good.
everybody was just locked in to this song in this movie in like during this time, and there was something in the air that year. You know what I mean?
And it was perfect timing. Did you see what I did right there? Shout out to Pro Bowler Shador Sanders. That's a joke, by the way. I can't believe he's a Pro Bowler. That's how far the Pro Bowl has come, in a bad way for the NFL. But no, it's perfect timing.
Derogatory.
I completely, I completely forgot that this song existed until like a month ago, and I was like, "Oh, baby, what a fun one to find and
Yeah,
to get in my rotation again."
yeah, you're right.
Best sports news. I'm going with a specific play of the Super Bowl. I'm going with the Philly special in the Super Bowl against the New England Patriots. Philadelphia runs like a reverse to their tight end, who then throws a touchdown pass to backup quarterback Nick Foles. They go on to win that Super Bowl. That play is ingrained in my memory forever. It was just a cool moment for like an underdog team. They win their first Super Bowl. I don't know if it's ever, but it's in like an obnoxiously long time. This is pre Jalen Hurts, all that stuff. Jason Kelsey gives a fantastic speech at that parade, dressed like a Mardi Gras parade person. I don't know why he's dressed that way, but um, great play, great moment in sports. And I'm not a Philly
Yeah.
fan, and I've gone on to dislike them since then because they got a little bit of beef with the Niners, but that moment was fantastic.
Slim pickings for sports news this year. I'm not gonna lie. I went with the worst news being Baker Mayfield being the number one draft
I
pick.
like Baker Mayfield, man. I don't know why.
You know what? See, I don't. I don't like him. I feel like he's always overhyped. He played for the Browns. Obviously, I couldn't like him.
They ruined
Um,
careers.
it that's fair. That is fair. But I mean, who ruined his career this year? Exactly. So
Injuries in
anyway,
Tampa Bay. Injuries in Tampa
exactly.
Bay.
So anyway, oh, the Tampa Bay that won the Super Bowl a couple years ago.
That
That's
wasn't a
it.
couple years at this point. It's been a hot minute since they won the Super Bowl. They
That
were
was that was a couple of years ago. It was what, 3 years ago?
more four-ish.
Couple years ago,
And they
this
had Tom
fucking
Brady.
team, and he had a hot ass start. They beat the Seahawks. I was at that game. Baker Mayfield is not that guy. Fuck him. I don't know why I don't like him, but I just don't.
He
That was
put in
the worst.
Oklahoma, and I still like him. That's the crazy part.
The Buckeyes.
Oklahoma, not Ohio State.
Sooners.
Yes.
Sooners. My bad. My bad. Miscellaneous news. What you got?
I think it's your turn, but I'll go if you want me to. Best miscellaneous news. It comes from a bad situation, but ends up in fantastic results. I'm going Roseanne Barr losing it all. She had a tweet about Valerie Jarrett, who's a former senior advisor to Obama, said something incredibly racist. They had just done a reboot of Roseanne, gets canceled like the day of. And then they do another reboot without her in it. And then like all the channels that her show is being syndicated on, cancel them. Like they're no longer receiving any money. And she's like, "Oh, I took an Ambien or some shit, and it made me, just
Racist.
yeah, exactly." And I think
Yeah.
the best part is like the person who like I don't know if it's the founder of the drug. He says, "Yeah, our drug racism is not a side effect." He said something crazy like that, which is hilarious. So good for her losing it all. You deserve it. You deserve it. I like when
Worst.
people are bad people and they get their medicine
Yeah, absolutely.
tenfold.
I'm waiting for that for a lot of people right now, honestly, buddy.
Good luck,
Worst
unfortunately.
news come out of this year. I'm actually glad that you talked about Infinity War and Black Panther. Stan Lee dies, so I wore my brand new Marvel comic shirt that I got at Old Navy for like $5. I was like, that was a fire shirt. So yeah, R.I.P. Stan Lee. He dies in 2018. Obviously a fucking king. So yeah, it was bad. Worst news to come out of 2018.
I respect it. I'm not on the Marvel hype train like most people. Like we talked about, like I get it and I enjoy it, but
I'm not I gotta see every like I'm not that kind of guy.
there's too many.
I hop in and hop out. I'm
Too
not
many.
like, oh, I know the full fucking timeline of the multi. I'm not that kind of guy. If the trailer looks good, I'll go watch the movie. Like we brought up Thor last week. I haven't even seen Thor 2. Never saw it. Didn't care for it. I saw 1 and 3 and 4 and I was like, all right, I think that I'm done with this. I didn't even watch all of the Avengers. You mentioned I watched Infinity and Endgame. That's the only one. So I'm definitely also a passive Marvel fan, but what I know is that Stan Lee created something fucking amazing.
Oh, for sure.
Fucking
And
fire.
also, Endgame might be the one I'm referring to, actually. Like when I said Infinity War the big one? There's one that's like regarded as like there's like I Love You 3000 or whatever. It's like a big, I don't know which one that's from. So maybe I'm like talking about the wrong Marvel movie. It's all the
Whichever.
same to
No,
me.
I can't. I
It's
don't.
it's all the
I don't
same.
yeah, it was 5 2 more years than that, but it was a long time ago.
But that wraps up the best and worst of 2018. Now we're going to get into Start Bench Cut. Start Bench Cut is a sports metaphor where we pick a random topic, we alternate who picks it, and we give three options, and we decide the worst, second best, and best. We kind of do it out of order because start bench cut, you would think you would do the best one first, but it's not fun that way. You got to build up to the best one. That cat is all up in the lens in a great
He
way.
just keeps he wanted attention so bad. So here's Finnegan.
Flawless
So
complexion
here's
on that cat.
Finnegan getting his 5 minutes of fame. I mean, you saw his tail, I'm sure,
He
walking
looked
back and
fake.
forth.
But no, this week I was choosing the topics and I did start
You
bench
picked a
cut.
good. This is good.
I did the original Pokemon video game characters. So I did Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. And whenever you're ready, you can do your cut first.
Um, I feel like this was an obvious order, but knowing you, you're probably gonna piss me off today. So we'll see how this goes. I cut Bulbasaur. I do think
Good
that
job.
okay, out of like all the three, like he is actually like the strongest in his first stage of evolution, but
Hmm.
Bulbasaur gets weaker. Like nobody's fucking with Ivysaur, nobody's fucking with Venusaur. Like I don't give a fuck about Bulbasaur. And like this category of Pokemon is low key like the weakest. Like we have like Bellsprout and like Weeping Bell and like Oddish. Like nobody's really.
These are
I'm
great polls.
sorry.
Did you do research or are you remembering this off the top of your head? Because these are fantastic polls. Are they actually? I'm truly impressed right now. Oddish, Weeping Bell, nice.
Those are the
I forgot
yeah.
about
This
that
is
shit.
like just the weakest category of fucking Pokemon. I'm sure that I'm gonna ruffle some fucking Pokemon lovers.
From
What's going on with
Stop
this? You
raising your hand. I know you got a million
just
questions for me.
hands up. Don't fucking shoot or don't swap. Whatever the fuck Zoom is doing right now. Anyways, yeah. So I cut Bulbasaur. Just yeah, the weakest of the three as far as evolution goes.
I don't think anybody will argue or get upset about that. I've never met like a Bulbasaur fan, I don't think. Like I don't you rarely meet somebody who picks Bulbasaur like you said, here I'm thinking about it from a game standpoint too. I know what Squirtle does. I know if he faces a fire Pokemon, he's going to be a benefit to me. Charmander, first of all, adorable, cutest accent out of all of them. Whatever. Fire Pokemon, he burns the shit out of people. Bulbasaur, just, vines and leaves that you're shooting at people. I mean, Razor Leaf sounds very painful, and I get it, I guess. Also, if we're comparing them to real life animals, you've got a turtle, you've got like a dinosaur, and then you've got a lizard. Lizard is what I'm going to choose last. I couldn't even remember Ivysaur's name, so the fact that that's like his second form or like the first evolution, that should tell
Yeah.
you how I feel about Bulbasaur. That is my cut as well. Um, Bench, this one doesn't really make any sense to me because I would think, based upon like reasonable logic and all the reasons I'm about to state, I would pick the opposite one, but I'm going to tell you who my bench is. So I'm benching Charmander, and this is surprising to me because again, what's coolest out of the three things I just named? Dinosaur. And then they evolve kind of Charmeleon, and then it goes to like Charizard, which is like the most, as the kids say, is it OP Pokemon, overpowered, that guy Charizard. One of the greatest Pokemon cards you can have is a Charizard holographic. So
Yeah.
again, dragons, dinosaurs, cooler than turtles and lizards. Red, my favorite color as a child. A lot of things going for him. You would think that I would choose Charmander. Cutest voice. We talked about this. Squirtle kind of sounds creepy, but something about that goddamn Squirtle, man. I just can't bench him. There's something about what he evolves into that I'll get to in a second. But Charmander, man, I hate to do it to you, but you are my bench, good sir. You fought the good fight, but you are my bench.
See, I benched Squirtle because I had to start Charmander for all of the things. He was just like, that's just your guy. Like when everybody was younger, like everybody wanted a fucking Charmander because at the end of the fucking day, you get a fucking Charizard, and Charmeleon was cool too. I'm benching Squirtle because Squirtle has a decent like first level Blastoise. He
Oh, baby, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Mm-mm.
That's a bad motherfucker,
Oh,
bro.
yeah. Oh, thank you. Okay. I thought you were saying he wasn't. I was about to be so
Blastoise
pissed.
is a bad motherfucker.
Bad as fuck.
I just gotta go with Charizard being better, man.
Like I'm not
I started Charmander. Squirtle's my backup, but that fucking Blastoise card, man, that motherfucker is serious, bro.
easier to get than the Charizard card too. So maybe that's one of the reasons we liked it better because I feel like it was attainable. Um, I'm telling you what, man. Like someone stole. We had a Pokemon collection. Someone stole my Charizard. People didn't steal the Blastoise.
Mm,
That shows you the hierarchy. But I'm the same way. Blastoise. Something about that card. That's a bad boy. That's a bad
he
boy.
got the fucking tanks
And I something about Squirrel, man, just so adorable. Like the voice, not adorable.
on.
But you would think too, I gotta raise another point that's against who I'm picking because I am picking Squirtle, which
Yeah.
is that the evolution of Charmander is the best. Like you go Charmander, Charmeleon's dope, and he looks like a level up from
Yes.
Charmander. And then you go to Charizard. People don't say this anymore, but a Banff, if you will. Um,
He
War
turns into
Turtle.
fucking. He turns from Charizard to fucking. So from Charmander to fucking Charizard, he turns into fucking Vagar from fucking Game of Thrones. Are you kidding? He's turning into fucking Dracarys in real life in fucking Pokemon. Come on, bro.
I
Come
just
on, bro.
something about that Blastoise, baby, and I'm going with the heart. Like I'm not saying it makes any sense because
I
literally,
understand.
if
I
this is
respect the decision.
if this was data driven, I would have picked Charmander. I'm just saying what I always
There's
picked
just
in the video
something.
games.
There's just
Something about
something else.
Squirtle, man. Like when we had Tommy, our first child, we had a registry. The only thing I put on the registry was these three Pokemon stuffed animals that come together. And I still need to do the thing where I line them up and have her to have. I'll probably have to do JoJo now, where they pick one. Tommy's too old at this point.
Yeah.
But I've seen people do that. Something about Squirtle, man. I just always picked
I
him.
I
It is
respect
what
it.
it is.
I respect it.
He's my start.
I don't
Blastoise is
think that
dope.
there was I don't think that there was a loss in the top two. I think that the cut was very obvious, but Squirtle is he's a respectable guy. He's a decent guy. You can call on him and he'll fucking be there. And man, that payoff to get the Blastoise.
Unfortunately, the most sexual name out of all of them. But that wraps up start, bench, cut. We are now going to move on to our final segment,
Let me pull this picture up, man.
which is not up in my closet this week. We're doing not up in my locker room again. And I just want to say, Corinne, before we get going, we don't have a whole bunch of viewers and followers. We did get to 20. Shout out to that. Really low on views this week. Where are you, 20? Because apparently 19 of y'all are missing. That's bad. One.
It's just my
Come
mom
on,
is with
Corinne's mom.
me.
Where's my mom at? I just want to give a shout out real quick. Corinne, we have a hard time finding these tunnel fits sometimes. We're doing not up in my locker room again, which are NFL players or NBA players. And Corinne found this Instagram page on Google somehow, and this page is called Kick the Concrete. So at Kick the Concrete, shout out to you for doing an original page about tunnel fits, and I think they like rate them and stuff. I'm gonna start liking all your posts. I'm gonna follow you because I know how important that is. But shout
Yeah.
out to them. They gave us ours. Do you want to do yours first? You want me to do mine first? Did you ever find out what his name is?
I don't know who this guy is. I don't really care. He honestly he looks just like a fucking rando off the street. I think that he plays for the fucking Broncos. I just want to talk about I don't know what this guy is doing. Up top, you got the do rag. On the feet, you got black Air Force Ones. It's given Hood YN. Okay, sure.
with the white check.
Hood YN. Cool. Okay, sure. That's your mood today. Apparently, it's not because then you got Preppy on the shoulders with the sweater. Then on the legs, you got the 2016 joggers that only the gym bros are wearing now to show off their thighs. I don't know what this man is about. And he has the matching gallon water bottle with the gym bros to match the joggers, but he also has a purse in his hand, which pissed me off immediately. I don't know what this man is going to do. He's certainly not going to play football. He could be going to rob somebody. He could be going to the country club to hit a couple fucking balls. He could be going to the fucking gym. Who knows what this man is doing? He woke up real confused this day, which is probably why the Broncos lost. He was probably just as confused on that field. I
I'm
don't know.
going.
I don't know. I don't know. This is what you wore to your playoffs fucking game. Oh God, I'm so tired. I'm really
He
tired.
he's got the Carlton Banks going on top with the sweater tied around his waist or around his neck, which is an interesting choice. And then he's got the sweatpants are that they're giving me like 7-year-old who dressed me, the elastic bottoms with the white socks, very early 90s elementary schooler. You called that a purse, and I know you're very biased, and here it comes again. It's more like a pencil box. I don't know what that is. It looks like a small briefcase, but it matches his backpack. I'm just more bothered by the elastic bottoms of sweatpants, which I have some sweatpants with elastic bottoms, with the white socks with the black shoes. There's a lot going on there, and then poor brand, whatever this is, like he's got the sweater tied around his neck. So we don't even know what brand it is. Maybe it's one of his buddies' brand. Maybe it's some fancy brand, but we have no idea because he's got the sweater tied around his neck. This guy's all about business. He's got clearly a 64 pack of color pencils in that thing he's holding. So yeah, I'm good for him. Didn't bother me as much as the one I'm about to do. I'm going with Jared Verse, defensive end for the Los Angeles Rams. He's got the bathrobe pimp special. I don't know what the hell this is. He's got a trench coat with the matching suit and these stripes on here. It looks like a bathrobe I literally had as a 6-year-old combined with like a pirate print. Like I don't know what this shit is. Like happy Mardi Gras to you, bitch. Like what is happening right now? I'm sorry I called you a bitch, sir. You could definitely beat my ass. Please, I hope Jared Verse. I mean, this is one of those times I'm glad we don't have a lot of followers. I don't need you threatening me or finding me. And you went to Florida State, so shout out to my wife's alma mater. But I don't know what this shit is, man. He looks like this is some shit I imagine Suge Knight wore back in the day. There's just so many questions with this shit. I don't know where to go. I feel like I made all the points I could make already. It's interesante to say the
Can
least.
I just say that I love the caption being straight out of a movie? Yeah, the movie is Batman and he's playing the fucking Joker. That's the fucking movie that he fucking just walked out of.
This shit
He's a
here.
fucking Batman.
Mustard stripes, yeah, baby. Shout out to our friends that we just decided they're our friends now. Watch them be like Trump supporters, or watch them be like, "Oh, we don't support you," but kick the concrete. Shout out to them. But this shit here, boy, and it's still got the baggy fit too. I can't get with the baggy
Hate
suits.
the
You got this the Steve Harvey like fit on them, like everything about this dog. Mm-mm, mm-mm. And that's my not up in my locker room.
nasty,
The
nasty.
pirate pimp who just woke up and got out the shower. Um, and this wraps up Star Bench Cut.
Bro,
Um,
this drink that I made today,
Having yourself a time. Uh, I am not. I'm just still like counting down on my 10:15 dinner. Can't wait to shit myself in the morning. All right, we are. Corinne made a point earlier. She's like, I don't have a quote. And I was like, I don't either. So, you know what? This last portion of the show, if we're not doing recommendations, not completely necessary. So, we're just going to tell you Thanks for tuning in. If you're tuning in, I need Karrin to share our old episode to our story so more than two people see it.
I did. I just did today. I
I'm
did
sorry.
today. I did today. It's in my
Maybe we
story.
have three listeners now. So some girl said she's your friend. She says she's our biggest fan. If she's not the number one listener, I feel like we always say like
She's
and subscribe.
competing. She has really strong competition with my mom.
Yeah.
So if it is who I think it is, good luck going toe to toe with Miss Lana because she be watching us down, bro.
I always say like and subscribe. I don't think I say comment. Commenting is important too, so I've been told. Um,
Ooh, fuck
but
yeah. Ooh, accidentally got fucked up on a Monday off one drink, bro. That Maker's Mark, god damn, that was the 50th anniversary bottle too, and it was on sale for 19.99. I was like, I gotta buy this. I'm not
I
gonna
would
lie.
say amateur hour, but it's definitely happened to me one or two or eight times with the tequila when I was doing that for a while on this show. So you know what? You about to stay grounded. You about to fall asleep on us, but I will continue to stay fly. We're out of here.